I'd like to see you dance.
Oh, okay, but it's $50 extra.
We hope only adults notice these jokes for this list. We'll be looking at cartoon gags and innuendos that only mature audiences could understand.
When can you start?
Welcome to Watch Mojo. And today, we're counting down our picks for the top 10 hidden adult jokes in popular kids' cartoons. For this list, which joke flew over your head as a kid? Let us know down in the comments. Number 10. Can't get a date. Justice League.
Just enough to see Hawk soldiers still patrolling the skies.
Even with all the superhero content we get today, the DCAU still holds up. In fact, the writing only gets better with age. That can partly be attributed to innuendos we only now understand. Take this exchange between Hawkgirl and the Flash, as the Scarlet Speedster brags about his heroics. Shayera remarks that women may not be as impressed with his powers.
Or the firemen even stepped off their trucks.
That's fast.
Fastest man alive.
Which might explain why you can't get a date.
Yeah. Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
Wally may or may have not gotten the hint. But hopefully she reminded him that going slow once in a while might not be so bad. Like, especially if falls occur during the race. Number 9. Rugrats. They say it takes a village to raise a child. And in the case of Nickelodeon's Rugrats, sometimes that means leaving your kids with their grandpa like any good babysitter would. He does his best to keep the kids entertained. He rents them to movies. And picks up one for himself too. The title: Lonely Space Vixens.
I rented you boys some movies. Reptar Come Home, Reptar Redux, and my personal favorite, Lonely Space Vixen.
Featuring a sexy alien on the cover, Lou mentions how he plans to watch this particular title in private after the babies go to bed. Probably a good call, Gramps. Number 8. Some light reading. Tiny Toon Adventures. The Looney Tunes are beloved for wacky antics that the whole family can enjoy. While they're known for slapstick comedy, there are also more subtle jokes that are just as memorable.
I command that you shoot me now.
In this episode, Bugs and Daffy watch student films in a university theater. Daffy, however, is more interested in reading a magazine. Bugs tries to remove the distraction, only to glance at some pages himself. It's a good bit of silent comedy, but look a little closer and you'll see that their reading material is of the adult variety. The title playdeck probably won't mean anything to young viewers, but to us, the joke is obvious.
Naughty, naughty boy.
Number 7. How Old Are You? The Fairly OddParents. For a show about wish fulfillment, this joke about growing up is a little dark, but it's still pretty funny. When Timmy finds a small box in the attic, his dad tells him that it's where he stores his dreams for safekeeping.
What's this little thing sitting on Mom's giant hope chest?
That's my tiny box of dreams!
And then Timmy accidentally drops it, but Dad tells him to not worry, as his dreams were already destroyed.
Oh, don't worry about it, Timmy. My dreams were shattered years ago.
It's a depressing confession. But what he says next is even sadder. When Timmy asks him when his dreams were shattered, his father tries to recall the age of his son.
How many years ago?
How old are you?
The implication here might have flown over our heads as kids, but as adults, we find Mr. Turner's question to be kind of messed up. Number 6. Rocko's Modern Life. An Australian wallaby named Rocko moves to America and makes some strange new friends, including a bull named Heifer, who takes up plenty of odd jobs, even filling in for a dairy cow. That job requires Heifer be hooked up to the Milk-O-Matic milking machine. Clearly enjoying himself, the scene shows his eyes rolling, lips quivering, and pupils turning to stars, before he moans and falls over. What was going on behind that fence? You be the judge. Keep in mind, he makes sure to say goodbye to the Milk-O-Matic before he leaves. 2. Number 5. SpongeBob and the Sea Anemone. SpongeBob SquarePants. The titular sponge is known for his innocent shenanigans. But that doesn't stop the writers from putting him in adult scenarios.
Spaghetti, I'm sweaty,
In this opening scene, SpongeBob watches a sea anemone swaying to some jazzy music on the television. He leans in, enjoying the program, but as Gary enters the room, he quickly changes the channel, looking extremely guilty.
Gary! I was just looking for the sports
We're
channel,
not sure
Gary.
what exactly the anemone was really doing, but given how embarrassed SpongeBob looks, it was clearly pretty racy. Number 4. Not that kind of accident, the Powerpuff Girls. It's pretty surprising meta show that seems so innocent got away with this many sexual overtones.
Is no Buttercup. Hey, you're not the boss.
One of its funniest ones can be found in the episode Super Friends. When the girls make a new friend in Robin, they introduce her to their dad, Professor Utonium. Bubbles explains that Utonium created his 3 daughters in a lab accident.
Why, hello there, Robin. It's very nice to have you as our new neighbor. I'm the professor.
Yeah, he made us in his laboratory by accident.
Robin then reassures him that she was also unintentionally created. And the look on his face says it all.
Don't worry, Professor. I was an accident too. Your dad is
This was a
funny.
pretty unexpected joke about surprise pregnancies. Good luck to the parents trying to explain this one to the kids. Number 3. Dexter's Laboratory. This Bo Genius's life would be perfect if it weren't for his psychotic sister Dee Dee, who's constantly interfering with his work. In an episode called Dee Dee and the Man, Dexter fires his sister and hires a replacement, an attractive blonde, who the Bo starts getting more and more interested in after leaving to take a cold shower. He even asks her to dance for him.
I'd like to see you dance.
Oh, okay, but it's $50 extra.
Her reply makes it clear that she's not used to a career in lab assistance. Number 2. The New Batman Adventures. In an effort to inspire her boyfriend the Joker to take the night off work, Harley Quinn emerges from a giant pie in 1998 episode of The New Batman Adventures. With filling dripping everywhere, she serenades Mr. J in her best Marilyn Monroe impression.
Happy anniversary, Mr. J.
If that hidden meaning wasn't clear enough, audiences then watch her playfully kick a cherry at his face and make a strange suggestion. This scene is pretty sexy to anyone watching, but not the Joker. Unimpressed, he tosses Harley outside, and a whole pie sits wasted. Number 1. Fingerprints. Animaniacs. This Warner Brothers cartoon is praised for its family-friendly humor. Adults enjoy it just as much as kids, if not more so.
Needs paint.
Nice bungalow.
That's due to its satire, pop culture references, and of course, its subtle innuendos. One of its most famous dirty jokes occurs when Yakko tells Dot to look for Prince.
Number 1 sister. Dust for Prince.
She somehow retrieves for him the late and great musician Prince.
I found Prince.
Yakko then reiterates his request, emphasizing the finger in fingerprints, which Dot politely refuses to do.
No, fingerprints.
I don't think so.
If you don't get it by now, then you are probably too young to. What do you think of our list? Did we miss any of your favorite adult jokes from children's cartoons? Tell us about them in the comments below. Click on the link on the top right and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more.